Hi, welcome to SME Virtual Conference. You're welcome. I'm sure you've been having an awesome time. Today, we're going to be looking at how to grow your sales figures in 30 days. Before I do that, I want to introduce myself. My name is Isioma Ulimedwa. I am a sales and customer service expert. I work with business owners, entrepreneurs, startups, and I help them with strategies. I help them to equip them with the right skill to acquire the right customers, the right paying customers, and to retain them. That's what I do. I love to do that. In the whole process, they experience growth. They experience a tremendous increase in their sales. And that is what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be showing you how you can quickly grow your sales in the next 30 days. And as the year is coming to an end, how to actually keep replicating the same process until you actually see the desired growth that you want to see in your business. Okay, so I'll just go straight to the point so that we can make use of the few minutes that we have. First of all, I want you to get your pen and paper. Make sure there is nothing disturbing you, nothing distracting you. Make sure that you are here with me, okay? And I can assure you that this will be the best 20, 25 minutes, 20 or 15 minutes that you would ever have had to spend listening to a training. So yeah, why do I teach about why do I help people in terms of sales acquisition, customer acquisition, selling skill, and the rest? Is because I know the pain. I know how difficult it is to sell your products and services. I've been there. I know it is not easy because you see two kinds of people. You see some people that are very good. They are selling. They are doing everything. They're not experiencing growth. And you see some people that are still shy. They're not able to achieve their set goals. So you might be in any of these sides, okay? Just hang in there because you definitely learn something, a lot of things that you need. Have you ever wondered, I always ask this question, have you seen that most CEOs, most successful MDs, they pride themselves in their salesmanship? It tells you that sales is like everything. If you have you have a very good business, you have a brilliant idea, you have a wonderful office, or your online everything, you have thousands of followers, but it's not turning into sales. You haven't achieved anything. Okay, so sales is very crucial. Another thing why I concentrate on sales is because when you have the right sales skills, you have a way of getting other skills, because I call sales your life skill. It is a life skill because when you're able to sell, it means that you've been able to understand people. You're able to, you understand. And I'm not talking about when you just sell like people selling on the street where you're not expecting repeat patronage. I'm talking about selling your product to a point where you have repeated patronage. Okay, and the problem is that a lot of times we get scared. We get scared of selling. And even though I've done this for over 15 years, sometimes I still feel that way. Why? Because you're getting into people's spaces, okay? Whether it's online, physically, or anyhow. Selling means you're getting into someone's space. And when you're getting into someone's space, you know how it can be a bit uncomfortable, okay, for you and for the person. And because people naturally, I tell people like to buy, but they don't like to be sold to. I'm sure you've experienced you. And as I'm talking, I want you to put yourself in those shoes. Imagine you, because you are also a customer to someone. Okay, so you like to buy, but when somebody comes to you to say they want to sell something, you just naturally don't want people to come into your space. That's what happens. And that's what happens to people too. I also want you to understand that selling is like a relationship, okay? And people have been burnt. People have had bad relationships. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a relationship expert. But I want you to understand, because if you understand these things, then you'll be able to move forward. You'll be able to experience the kind of growth that you've not imagined before, okay? People, even online, I see some people say, oh, I post online, I do this, I do that. People are not buying. People come and check out what I sell. They even send me DMs. But at the end of the day, it doesn't end up in the sale, okay? Or some people will be like, I talk to people, I go out, but I'm not getting the kind of attention I need. Yeah, why? You must know that people they've had bad experiences. Some people have paid for things and what they got was not what they bargained for. Some people have had, as in just imagine it, okay? So they are dealing with trust. There's trust issue. When you have that at the back of your mind, you will know how to deal with people. You know how to get past that. Okay. Another thing, I try to jot. Jot some things so that we can make sure that I give you all everything that you need. Okay. Another thing is some of us are now also too salesy. Buy. No, that won't work too. So you are either being too salesy or you're not selling enough. But before we go into the things you need to do for the next 30 days, okay, for you to experience the kind of growth you want to experience in the next 30 days, you must have a sales mindset. You must cultivate a sales mindset, because without a sales mindset, you will find it difficult to achieve the kind of goal you want to achieve. A sales mindset is one that has to be confident. So you have to be confident in yourself. And that's why I said it's a life skill, because you need to improve on yourself in order for you to be confident in yourself. I won't be here presenting if I had not improved on myself, if I have not trained myself, if I have not gone through this. So training, you have practical training and you have other things. So you are here now to learn, which is very important. So it helps you to build your confidence. You also have to have confidence in what you sell, because confidence is like a fragrance. People feel it. People know when you're confident about what you're selling. People want to buy confidence sometimes. People want to believe that, oh, for this person to talk about this thing like this, it means it is very good. It means it's important. Okay, so you have to build yourself. You have to have a growth mindset. So you have to have that mindset that does not limit you. Some people be like, there's nothing I do that they will not listen to me. That is a bad mindset. That's the wrong mindset. So I want you, first of all, to take down your notes and write down, what are the things that affects me? What stops me from selling? Do I feel I'm not beautiful? Do I feel I'm too fat? Do I feel I'm too big? Do I feel I'm too small? Do I feel I'm too thin? Do I feel I can't speak effectively? I can't speak English properly? I can't do this. So I want you to write all your limiting beliefs, everything that holds you back. Okay, I'm an introvert. I don't want to hear that, because I am an introvert. Or more of an introvert, not fully introvert, not extrovert. But I have seen people that are introverted that become excellent salespeople. So I want to debunk that thing in your head that says because you're an introvert, so you can't sell. No. So write it down. What are the things that stops you from doing what you want to do? What are the things that hold you back when you think of selling? Some of you are scared of objection. I'll quickly tell you this right now, that objection is good. In fact, I look out for objections when I'm trying to sell something to people. I look out for objection, because objection means you listened to me. You cannot object what you didn't listen to. Do you understand? So I want you to embrace. When I train people, so I tell them, hug it. Feel very comfortable with objection. Objection means that they just need it. It shows you when you object to whatever I have said to you, it shows me the particular area I need to deal with. That once I'm able to deal with that particular objection, then I will close my deal. But if there's no objection, you'll still be beating around the bush. You don't know what they want. You don't know exactly what they want, what is interesting them in what you're selling. So somebody will object based on the area where, if you can solve that problem, then they'll be fine. So I want you to debunk that thing and say, oh, I'm scared of, please, rejection is nothing. Every rejection or objection is a yes ahead. Okay? And you just need to keep going. So accept it. Tell yourself, rejection is normal. It's part of the game. Okay? So don't feel that way anymore. Take that out of your mind. It is okay for people to object. Welcome it. Love it. It means that they are pointing you in the right direction in your sales process, because there is a sales process, and objection is part of it. Interesting to know, right? Okay, so this is so important for you to put down everything that has given you any form of challenge in terms of selling. It could be something that has to do with how you see yourself and all that. Now, I want you to begin to debunk every single one. Okay, you are fat. What can you do to get better? If you really want to succeed and you think that fat is affecting you, then there are things to do. You can start watching your weight. Otherwise, love yourself like that and boldly sell what you want to sell. There's this lady I like watching her movies. She's fat. She's a comedian. I can't remember her name right now. She's able to jump. She's able to do everything. If once I see her in a movie, I sit down and watch. Some other people would have said, no, she can't get a good role. You have to be slim. You have to look like a model. You have to look like this and that to get a good role. She gets good roles all the time. So I want you to embrace yourself. Love yourself the way you are. then see ways to improve on yourself. A couple of weeks ago, I realized I was adding so much weight. I was like, no, 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 no. I had to start watching it. So if you know you're not comfortable, then kick that out. That's why I said selling is a good thing because it helps you to improve yourself. Okay? If you can't speak properly, talk confidently. Not everybody speaks good English. Some people speak pidgin and they are doing well in their business. They are doing well in their business. See Real Warrior Pikin. I know she's a comedian, but she says her comedy in pidgin, real wifey pidgin, and she's progressing. So you need to find what works for you. Accept yourself. If you cannot speak very well, speak the one you can speak. If you are giving value, people will still listen. If you're giving value, people will still listen. Okay, but in the process, don't leave yourself like that. Improve on yourself. So I'm telling you two things. You have to accept who you are and then improve on those things you don't really like about yourself. Okay, and some of those things you don't like about yourself, some of those things are not really real. I was listening to someone on a podcast. I think was it Joe Austin's wife, and she was saying there was a lady then who was looking through her pictures and she didn't like what she saw. She was like, I'm not looking good. She said, fast forward to their age now. She wished she was that size now. So what you think is not good, actually, there's nothing wrong with it. So work on those things, take care of those limiting beliefs, and move forward. I don't want to spend so much time on that, but I believe you understand what I mean. This is a very crucial thing, very important for you to do. Okay. Then the next point I want you to know is that selling is nothing different from building relationship. The problem is that a lot of people become so salesy, they just buy, sell. No. How do you build relationships? So if you've ever had customers before, if you do not have any customer, tell yourself, I am going not just to sell, but to build a relationship. And what does it take to build a relationship? You need to know each other. You need to like each other. You need to trust each other. Simple. Simple. Think about people that you have been committed to. That salon you go to that you don't want to go elsewhere except that salon. Why? Apart from the good products, they treat you well. Think about that place they give you. So what's that thing that you enjoy there that has built a relationship between you and the person who is offering that service or that product? That's the same thing you have to do. You have to think about it as someone who is genuinely building a relationship. You truly care about the people you're serving, and because of that, you are selling this product. Why am I here? Sorry, I think it went off. Sorry. What happened to my video? Wow. Sorry about that. Sorry. Okay, so you're looking at building relationships. Another thing, that's point number 2. 1 is your mindset. 2, you're building relationship. So you need to watch. You need to follow the steps. You need to get people to trust you. You need to trust that what you're selling to them is something that would be good to them and good for them. Okay. Thirdly, who are you really serving? Who are you really selling to? Who is your real customer? I know we keep hearing your ideal customer, but let's be practical. Who are you selling? You need to know who you're selling to, because the way you would talk to them, like if I was talking to, I believe I'm talking to business owners right now. If I was talking to people, professionals working in an office, as in salespeople in an office, there are other things I would say to them to get them to be committed to that company. So who are you dealing with? If you're selling, I'll give you a typical example. If you're selling bags, high quality bags, and no one is wrong or right, okay? So it depends on your strategy, depends on the business you've adopted, the model you've adopted. So if you're selling expensive bags, for example, if you're in Lagos, where will you go to sell expensive bags? I mean, expensive. Will you go to, so there's some areas I don't want to start calling names of places. There are some areas you won't take that bag to. Why? Because when you go there, it will be more difficult. You might sell, you might make a sale, but it will be more difficult to show the value. It will be more difficult to convince those people to buy from you. But there are some places you would go to In fact, before you get there, they are waiting for you because they want to show off, they want to buy quality, or they will just want, so they don't care. They already know the price. They understand how much it is. So even if you tell them it's 1 million naira, they already know. But there's a place you take that back to. They're like, 1 million, am I building a house? What is that? So you see why you need to know who you're selling to, because it will help the language you speak. It will help your positioning. It will help. Your presentation will also affect how you sell. If you are an online business, if you know the people so then your communication via email, when you are doing your email marketing, you would know how to send those emails. I was talking to a coach, and he said, even though he has so many subscribers on his list, there are some people he sends just motivational stuff to. There are some people he sends the real deal. They are ready to pay to get the real deal. So he's not going to push everybody away. He's not going to push those other people away, because with time, those ones will graduate. And that's why I tell people, don't ever say everybody's not your customer. Know your customer. At the same time, know that you need to keep filling them into a bucket. You need to keep having them. At some point, their status will change. So I've seen some people who feel, oh, this person is too poor, they can't buy my stuff. Their status will change. They might not remain like that forever. The way you think your status will keep changing in life, that is how their own status can change. So you don't abandon them. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'm trying very practical. You don't abandon them. You find some people, and that's why some companies have different categories of products. So you have the big sachet of milk, you have the little one. So we're all drinking the same milk. We're all taking the same milk. It's just that you might buy the 400 gram or the 1 kilogram bag. Someone else is buying that tiny one. But we're all taking the same contents. So they are serving everybody. I believe you understand what I'm saying. So know your customer. And it's so important that you need to write it down. Who am I really serving? Where are they? What do they do? What do they like to do? So if you sell children's things, what are you doing where you have more of university people in the university brackets? Yeah, they will become future mothers and future fathers. But you are going to cultivate them. But while you're cultivating them, you want to go directly to those people who really, really need your product. And when you know the people who really need your product, you now know, okay, how do I want to look? Are you going to use black? If you're selling children's things, is black a color that you think will attract them? No, and that is why you see most kiddies things are very colorful. And most other things are very official and corporate. The colors are dull. Can you see? So you need to look at all those things. They all come together. Who are you serving? Who is that your product? That product that you're serving, that service, who is it for? Who will take it and be very happy? Who will buy into it and say, God, this is what I've been waiting for? Think about that. Another thing, point number 4, right, is we have like 8 points, so I'm taking them quickly. But I believe you are a visionary entrepreneur, and I believe you're very smart, and you're taking down, and you're thinking, you're juggling all this in your head, and you're getting the points, okay? Another thing is, that thing you are selling, that thing you're doing, what makes you different? Everybody's doing it. I was telling someone I had an idea, and I was telling her about it. And I said, you know what? This idea that I'm delaying on releasing, somebody else will do it. Not too long, somebody had the same. She called me, said, the same thing, everything we talked about. So there's nothing new. But will you say because of that you won't sell your market? No. You are going to ask yourself, what is unique? And it cannot just be generic. You have to think of what is unique. What do your people, and thinking about what's unique is based on the people that you serve. And that's why it came first. If you know the people you serve, okay, you want to serve working class women. What do working class women want? They want speed. They want somebody to help them out. They need this, they need that. You can't say you are a shopper. You help people to go to the market to shop for them. And then your ideal client is a housewife. I'm not saying a housewife is not busy, but she will make her time to go to that market. She'll have a particular day that she can say, I'll go to that market and I'll buy. Why would she pay you extra to do that? But if you go to somebody who has to leave their house 5 a.m., 4:30 a.m. and come back by 10, I'm sure if you guarantee them that you're going to buy the things that they need and even better than them, they will pay you extra to do that. So what is your unique selling point? What is your unique, what are you proposing? What are you telling people you do? Excuse me. Those are things you must, it doesn't have to be one very mighty thing. No, it doesn't have to be aeronautic science. No, but just think about it. It might be very simple. It might be the joy you bring. Do you know people make money from making people happy? So it might be that in the process, you're not a comedian, but in the process, you make them happy. In the process, you make them fulfilled. In the process, you make the marriage to be what could have been a problem is solved. So the woman can actually cook good food for her husband or serve good food, even though she's a career woman and does not have time to do that. So I think, can you see, you need to dig deep. Not today, you don't need to start thinking too much. No, I'm just trying to say, think of what, and you can find out. Some people think to find out means you have to do one big survey, you have to do this, do that. No, you can ask. You can just ask generally, just if you don't want to go into the technical part, as in going to using SurveyMonkey and other things online, you can go in your WhatsApp group. If you're in a women's only WhatsApp or a men's only WhatsApp or a business group, say, what is your real pain? What's this in terms of what you sell? Don't say generally what's your real pain. No, if you are this, what would you look out for? If you want to buy clothes, what do you want? If you want, what's that extra thing that will keep you, that will make you come back, even if it's a bit more expensive or even if it's cheaper? So people they want cheap things. So can you address that? Can you get them good things cheap? You know? So those are the things you need to look at. Right. Another thing you need to do is you have to drop a plan. You can never like it. And I tell you, sales is a very important thing. Without a sales plan, you cannot achieve anything. You must have a sales plan. I have a sales plan template on my page on Instagram. You have to have a sales plan. Even for your life, you have to have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you can't achieve. Because it's so difficult to go through stress, go through all the pain, traffic and all that. You are not motivated enough, but your plan motivates you. So if you know that, okay, between now and December, I want to make 1,000 sales. With that plan, it will show you, okay, if I want to make 1,000 sales, what have I been doing before if you had a history? Now, I tell people, don't even use your history fully if you haven't maximized your potential. So if you were doing it like a side hustle, that history might not be perfect because you were not giving it all the attention. So imagine how would it have been if you had given it all the attention that you can project with that. Okay, I want to do 1,000. And like I said, nothing is I'm not telling you this is right or wrong. You know your resources because your sales plan will show you your resources. It will show you what you need in terms of for yourself. It will show you if you need to employ people because you might be, and if you check it, you'll be able to get enough money to pay them and get more in better. So you look at things like that. What do you want to achieve? Make it very plain. I want to achieve 1,000 sales between now and December, and that 1,000 sales is equal to 1 million. That means I need to do at least how many of these every month or every week. And it depends on the kind of business you're in. If you're a wholesaler, it's different from a retailer. And that's why I said your business model will determine what you will do. But you need to still have a plan. What are the resources I need for this? Do I need to inject more money into adverts? Do I need to inject more money into employing people? Do I need to wake up earlier? If you are a sole business person, it's just you. Do you need to wake up a bit earlier? Do you need to go to bed earlier? There's a time I realized I have to be going to bed earlier if I want to achieve my set goal because I need to wake up earlier. So you need to think and see what works for you. It's not rocket science. You have to have a plan. The plan will not give you the strategy. So if you want to make 1,000 sales, where do you need to go to? You'll be looking for places where you can get like 100 people. So when you hear that 100 people are gathering, that's your plan will ginger you to motivate you and say, I need to be there. Because I'm going to be seeing 100 people. Out of that 100, I can get 10. So I'm not here to fool you. You can't say 100 people and get 100. You can't say 100 and get 50. You can say 100 and get 10. You can just say 100 and get 1, but don't play with it because that 1 can lead to even 100. Sometimes when you meet one center, one person that is like one major person can lead you to other people. Okay? So that is why you need your sales plan. Draw it up. And your sales plan is based on knowing your customer. I've lost count of the number, but I'm sure you're jotting it down and you know what number you are on now. Another thing I wrote here is, where are your past customers? Or let me start with, I don't have customers, it's just my brothers and my sisters and my relatives. Those people are your customers. And I always tell people, if you take them as customers, if you wake up And you say, okay, because these people, your relatives, they are doing the same thing. They are buying food, they are doing weddings, if an event planner, they are doing events, they're doing other things. Why can't they patronize you? But you think it's because they don't want to know. The problem is you have not positioned yourself like someone who is professional enough to meet that need, worthy for to be paid. Okay? So I tell people that even if you are living with them, you can say, oh, please, when can I be at your, I need to book an appointment to see you at your office, not when you are frying plantain at home and you are making a bar. You say, Auntie, I'm now making hair. Oh, if you want to make hair, I now make hair. No, they're not going to find, because they've always known you. So even when you are in that same position, turning gari and frying akara and plantain, and you're telling them you started a new business, they won't take you seriously. But if you press up and look like your business and you approach them when they are in a serious mood and you say, you know what, I brought my cake, I make cake now. I want you to taste it. I want you to take it to your office, let them taste it. I want you to see what I do. This first one is free. I can make one free one for you. After that, this is the same amount. This is how much. I'll give you a 5% discount. Do you give you a 10% discount? You need to start taking yourself seriously. So I say it on Instagram. I see the place where people say, why is it that your family, they will not support you? They will not this. No, you have not positioned yourself for support. When I started my career, I needed my uncle. I was living with him. But guess what? I never discussed business with him at home. I would schedule an appointment. He'd be laughing. And I would go to his office to discuss. Very important. You need to begin to take yourself very seriously. The way you take yourself seriously is the way people will take you. Take note of that. From there, your uncle, your aunties, your relatives, they go to church, they go to work, they have businesses, they go to associations, they have meetings and all that. Then, when they know you are serious, they can introduce you to those people. So that's a very important way to start your business. Apart from that, a lot of you have people that have bought from you a year ago, a month ago, 3 years ago, and you never went back to them. You never contacted them. You never asked them about anything. You need to go back to them. And I tell you, you don't just go back to them, just say, hey, I'm sorry. No, give them an offer. Be professional. Give them an offer. Okay, if it's you sew clothes, the next clothes, I'll give you a 50% discount. Or when you make this dress, I'm going to give you a bag. Something. You attract people with promos. You see, that's what a lot of people do. Especially the foreign companies, they send you promos. We haven't seen you in a while, but if you come on, you will get a 50% discount, 20% voucher discount. But things like that. You get a free days on the house. That's what you need to do. You need to go back to your past customers because they are the ones that know they've tasted from you and they understand you. Some people, I had a little cousin who makes a body cream, natural body cream, and we just thought we should patronize her. And I told her one day that it's only when I call you, you sell to me. You're supposed to have an idea how long this cream will last. And that when it's getting towards, my hairdresser used to do that. When it's getting towards that time, say, oh, I'm sure your cream is almost finished. When can I deliver the next one? And before you know it, the person gets used to buying from you automatically. So this sales thing is very simple. We are the ones who make it very difficult. So I want you to go back to all those people, go through and start taking the customers' details. Take their phone numbers, take their data. But it's not only banks and other places that can send text messages on birthdays. You can do that. Put a reminder. And then they were so surprised. A small business is sending them happy birthday birthday wishes. That is fantastic. And now that you are a startup or you're new, or no matter how big you are, you're not as big as Amazon. So you can actually send personalized emails, personalized text messages. You can get someone to help you do that. It goes a long way, not only in acquiring customers, because when they are happy, they will tell people about you, but it will also retain them. You use that as a way of retaining. And that leads me to what I call my own principle. I call it the bucket and the funnel principle. Now, you must have heard about funnels in marketing. That's not the funnel I'm talking about now. I want to show you a practical thing. If you have a funnel, you want more people to come in, right? But what happens? People go past. In marketing, yeah, that's how it works. Not everybody buys from you. But what I'm talking about right now, is that you want to retain people. You want to have a bucket. This is not the marketing one. This is my principle, and it works. You want to have a bucket that keeps people in. You don't want all of them to go out. And when a bucket is full, you know when you fetch water with a bucket, some spill out, you have a little spillage here and there. Okay, that's okay, because not everybody will be happy with you all the time. You must lose some. Okay, you need to know that. So don't feel bad when people leave. But you need to find out why they're leaving so you can get better. You understand? So as they are leaving, you want them to stay. You want more people to stay in. That's customer acquisition as they're coming in. Retention is the bottom of the bucket. They're in there. They are happy. They are swimming inside your bucket. They are happy. That's what you want to achieve. You want just a few people to leave and more coming. Okay? The next thing you do is you need to highlight where are the 5 places. I want to achieve 1,000 sales between now and so period. Set your own time. Okay, where are these people? I want you to take your pen and write 5 places where you can find them. And I'm not saying this to people that are lazy. You cannot do this when you are lazy. You have to sit up. So you have to write where. Is it in church? Is it in this place? Is it in that place? In the office? You need to write out as many places as possible. See, I've had people do this. There was a lady who took my boot camp, and she started closing even real estate deals. She said she even just taught what I taught her. She taught it to a guy. The guy had never sold a property before. He sold 2 properties instantly. Because when you have the drive, when you spell it, and when it's clear, the Bible says, write your vision, make it plain. When it's clear to you, it will drive you, it will push you. When you can see how practical it is, that you can actually achieve this only if you push yourself, then you do that. So you write out 5 places where you can sell your product. Some people have told us you can go to trade, to some fairs. If you know they're having fairs, find out what will it cost. Sometimes it's free, sometimes it's cheap to go and sell your product. So you know what you're selling, I don't know. So write it down. Where are the places that you can find it? Then you cannot achieve this without monitoring. So I say some people, they want to do no monitoring. Just like your plan for your life. If you don't monitor, you can never get results. You monitor to get results because you look back. What did I do wrong? What did I do right? What you did right, you replicate. Okay, what you did right, was it something that just happened, or because you did this or did that? You need to review. You have to monitor. Okay, I wanted to do 1,000 sales, and I'm supposed to do 50 every week, for example. I did not do the 50. Because you're monitoring it, you know you have to increase. You have to carry it forward and put in more effort. Even if you don't achieve your 1,000, you'll be very close. But for the very aggressive people who are very determined, they will surpass it. Yeah. Okay. And just to round up, finally, if you do these things I've said, you will see results. There is more. If you have questions, we're going to be on the Facebook group during the week. You're going to be on the Facebook group to get your questions. I'll be there to get your questions and answers. And gradually, you'll see what you're doing wrong, or what you're doing right, and how you can do more of it. Okay. Finally, an effective salesperson, you have to be a happy person. You have to radiate. People naturally don't want to be around people that are not happy. You have to radiate happiness. You have to radiate confidence. You have to radiate kindness. That's the way, genuine concern and love for your customer. Genuine concern and love for what you expect. As in, I had a lady I used to go for. I like once in a while, because of my job stress, I like to go for a massage. So someone told me about a local lady who does massage. Yeah, and I said, I prefer that lady come to my house. Okay. Now when she got, oh my God, fantastic. But guess what? This woman is not really educated. After a couple of days, she will call to know, how are you doing? Do you feel better? Is there a part of you that you think I need to concentrate on? Or is there feedback? She wants to get feedback. She's building a relationship. From nowhere, she's not like a part of my family, because she has shown care. She has shown concern. People can't resist care. People can't resist concern. People can't resist when you show them that, see, I believe in my product. I expect to see this kind of result. If you're not getting it, I need to know why. And I need to do something about it. Not, every other person. And Nigerians, we have very bad mouth. You're the only one that's complaining. Even if one person is complaining, listen. Listen. So this on that point, you have to listen. Take feedback. Good or bad, we're always scared of feedback. We're scared of getting negative feedback. But please, it is very important. It is good. Feedback is important. It's good. It's helpful. It helps you to know what you need to do right. If you stop getting feedback, then your business will not be there in a while. But with feedback, you keep improving. Because you are supposed to channel your business to fit your customer, not to fit what you think. A lot of people are selling what they think their customers need. You can see where I'm emphasizing on think. You are not meant to think. You are meant to find out what they really need, and from their feedback, then you get to know. Okay, so I am rounding up here. A recap. I said you have to work on your mindset, and I told you to quickly take down notes, write out the things, your limiting beliefs, things that are holding you back, stopping you. What that thing, you are the one that you know it. What's stopping you from selling yourself and selling your products and services? Write it down, and I said you need to address them. What can you do to improve on those things? And you also have to embrace it. And I said you have to stop being salesy. Stop selling. Build relationship. Show genuinely care. Show you know what you're doing. Exude confidence. Exude care. Exude concern. Okay? And people will know that, oh, they truly believe in their product. They truly believe in me as well. You need to also draw up a plan. Very important. You cannot do any sales growth without companies, big companies, they have their sales strategy, they have their sales plan, and they have their strategy. Without the plan, you don't have strategy. You don't know what to do. So you need a sales plan. Okay. And I said you need to know your customer. I'm taking it around. I'm not saying it the way it came, So it's like I'm just telling you, reminding you the things we talked about, the main points. Know your customer, know who you really said. Rewind this to understand why I've said that. Okay. And I said, find out what your unique selling proposition. What is it that would make me come to you? What is it that will make me come again and again? That's very crucial. Okay. Then highlight a minimum of 5 places where you can generate your sales. If it's online, find out the places you can quickly go to, cost them. And I said, go back to your old customers, wake them up. That's a very good place to start from. Stop neglecting your customers. Stop ignoring them. Stop waiting for them to come. They will not come because there's so many, the other part offering something even better than you. So don't wait for them to realize that. Go back to them and get them in. Take feedback. Take feedback so that you can keep getting better. Take customers' information and their details so you can use it. You can use it to connect with them. And I said, make sure your business is a bucket where people can come in only if you go out. And you do that by making them happy, by servicing them, listening to them. When they are happy, customers are happy, they will stay with you. And something I fail to add is always say thank you for your purchase, thank you for your feedback, thank you for everything. Even if they haven't done anything, thank you. People like to be thanked. Okay, I had a nice time. I hope you did. I'm looking forward to your questions in the Facebook group. Thank you very much. Have a good day.